All right, and we are in the kitchen with Chef Bob Hirasawa from Farm Fresh. It's another Thursday. I'm so glad to see you. And today we are cooking some crawfish and chicken etouffee.
Etouffee, kind of a classical dish from New Orleans. Don't have to be Mardi Gras to do it. So, but we just said
it's always Mardi Gras.
It's always Mardi Gras
in our hearts.
And one thing I did do, I guess we want to cover the ingredients first. You can get all these at Farm Fresh. I went ahead and I pre-cooked some chicken and some andouille sausage. Kind of explain that why I did that. Coming up. Some crawfish tails already, the tails already done. Not always usually stocked at Farm Fresh, but if you come in that morning and you ask for it, they can have that afternoon for you.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice to know.
And it's already shelled for you. You don't have to go through all that messy stuff. Then we have some David peppers. Got the green, red peppers for color, the onion, celery cut up. I'm going to have some butter, some flour here, Cajun seasoning, cayenne pepper, thyme, little sherry, and chicken stock. But we're going to go ahead and do this process here. Like I said, I went ahead and cooked the chicken ahead of time and andouille sausage, but it kind of left the pan with a lot of the drippings and the browning on the bottom here.
Yes, that's what I generally just throw in the dishwasher, and people don't like that.
Don't do that. This is the key to that dish here.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're going to try to lift those flavors off, and we're going to make a roux. A brown roux.
Now, what's a roux? You were explaining this earlier.
A roux is a thickening agent. It's made generally with shortening or oils or butter and flour.
Okay.
It's a mixture that you'd make, and it'll help thicken your sauce later on.
Sweet.
But we're going to go ahead and add some butter here.
All right. All of that. We're not saving any of that?
We're going to save a little bit of that.
Okay.
Okay, because I have another dish coming up for some there. And we're going to go ahead and melt this down. Okay.
This is all extremely low-calorie.
Absolutely.
Yes. Deliciousness.
So
I'm excited.
If you want to go ahead and we'll go ahead and add the flour, and we want to generally let that cook down a little more, but that's fine. We're
just dumping this in.
Dump it. Yeah, kind of sprinkle it around. And as I'm stirring here, I just want to kind of show everybody that I'm going to be picking up the drippings and the brown.
All the brown snag stuck on the bottom.
Yeah, it does this.
It's a good word for cooking. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish this off in a little bit, but I want to go ahead and get this other part going here, and I have you do the dump in here.
All right. Well, while we're dumping this, we are going to take a look at what to expect with the weather today.
All right. Wow.
I have no idea what's going on over there. I do know.
TS. Tints, hair tint.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That was my first initial thought. All right, so we're hanging out back with Chef Bob from Farm Fresh, making some our crawfish and chicken etouffee.
Yes, sir.
Since we last left, we pretty much just threw all the ingredients, the veggies and everything, let those simmer a little bit.
But more importantly, we were making that brown roux.
Making the roux, and I don't know if you get a little color on this, but this looks fantastic.
I don't know if Antonio can get over here with the camera and get all these great smells. If ever we can smell them at home, smell like
Well, I can throw the roux right there. That's what our roux looks like.
The roux, this is like a tan brown roux. Sometimes you want to cook it even longer. Depends on your personal taste. You want to get that to that point where it's almost like a nutty kind of smell to that. So,
okay.
But go ahead and add it in.
All right. And that's basically just, as you said, it's just flour and then the stickings from the actual meat from before.
And the butter.
And the butter, yeah. And that's all that is.
Yeah.
And this is the secret.
And that's gonna thicken this, because we're gonna also add some chicken stock to this. You can add water if you want, but I mean at my home our water doesn't come seasoned, so I like to add chicken stock. So
there you
go ahead and add that in.
All right. So how much of this?
Go ahead and add the whole carton in there.
The whole guy. All right. Here we go.
Yeah. Okay.
So Bob, you're dropping some knowledge on me here. What did you regret about cooking? You said...
I regretted about cooking.
You said that you wish you would have learned in your bachelor
in my bachelor years, I was trying to give you some tips here. So
exactly. I mean, I need as much help as I can possibly
get. That's good right there.
That's good.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Okay, now we're just adding that here, yeah. I hope my wife's not watching. But
No. We hope she's watching.
Yes.
We hope she's telling everyone to watch.
Absolutely.
It's a game plan.
No, but I was telling you earlier, like I said, it always comes in handy to know these things.
Exactly. No, it's definitely good with the ladies.
Right. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna add this. This is like a kind of like a stewish type of a dish, and we're gonna add this. Put it over a rice pilaf.
Okay.
And we're gonna start here real quick. I'm gonna add some butter. A hot pan. Add some onions. And Nick, if you want to go ahead and add this garlic to
I
that.
would love to add the garlic.
Okay.
Bam.
Bam. Yeah. We're gonna give.
Am I allowed to even say bam? I don't even know.
Yeah, that's the
Is that
wrong show.
copyrighted?
Wrong show. Boom. So, okay.
Wow. There
Right.
we go. Sounds good to me.
So what is it? Rice pilaf basically is a rice that you saute just slightly in a butter before you actually cook it. So it's not just dumped in, throw some water on it, and then let it go. You want to get some other flavors infused here. And we're just adding that with that onion. We're going to turn the heat up a little bit.
All right.
And we just want to get that to where it's starting to cook. And then we'll go ahead and add the rice in here.
All right.
Okay.
All of this guy.
Yeah, go ahead and add that whole batch. Because we've got a lot of people to feed here today, as usual.
Absolutely. And as you've noticed in all these weeks, whenever we're actually done with our show, which you may not see on the Hampton Road Show, but you might still see on the streaming live shot in the kitchen, we have a whole soup kitchen line out the door. People coming in here like, oh, weird. I happen to be working in the very far corner, but I can still smell it.
With their Tupperwares and everything else. But we're going to add some saffron to this. And this is one of those ridiculously expensive little herbs you can
You're
add to it.
explaining to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of about, I think it's about $100 an ounce.
Wow.
So,
That's
but,
crazy.
But you don't have to buy an ounce. You can buy just a little bit. And I think we have somewhere about, in our stores, we have little bottles that are about $10.
Good.
And it is a great herb because it does add some great flavors to it, real subtle flavors, but it comes through. And we'll turn the dish a little color on.
All right, cool. Well, Chef Bob, we're making some music here in the kitchen.
Okay.
But soon, Hampton Road Show will be. And this is looking awesome. Okay, now we're back in the kitchen with Chef Bob here, Sawa from Farm Fresh, and we're putting our finishing touches on our crawfish and chicken etouffee. And what are we doing on our final steps here?
Well, just finishing up the rice here. Just put a little bit of garnish, a little chopped parsley in here, and we're really pretty much ready to go here.
Ready to rock.
Yeah.
Now, since we've last left, we really just kind of let everything cook down.
Right.
Essentially. So we haven't really done much except let the heat do its thing.
Right. And then we just want to adjust the thickness of the etouffee here.
Okay.
We want to kind of keep it a little bit loose, and don't want to get too tight on it.
I want to get this on the plate, Bob. I'm not going to lie, man.
Yes, sir.
I want to eat some food. All right.
Gotcha.
This is fantastic. It smells absolutely delicious. And while we're getting this up here, I would love to bring in Miss Gina McVeigh to talk to us about some pairings with some wine with
Absolutely.
our etouffee here today. So what are we working with today here, Gina?
Okay, with spicy foods such as Bob's etouffee, sometimes it can be a bit confusing or daunting about your wine pairing. But here's the tip. You need something that's very fruit-forward to kind of counterbalance the spice of the etouffee.
Okay.
So we first have this fun little wine. This is a Gewürztraminer. Gewürztraminer, a groovy little wine, which I think is underappreciated here in the United States. Great with spicy food. Also for sushi lovers, great with sushi. If you don't like a Gewürztraminer, if it's a little bit too rich for
Hard
you
to pronounce.
and hard to pronounce, you can do a Riesling. Riesling will work well with this. And if you're a red wine lover, you have to go with something very jammy. So a nice Zinfandel from California would be a nice red wine to pair with the etouffee.
All right, and of course, all of this can be found at Farm Fresh.
Absolutely.
All right, I am so very excited. Now, Bob, how are we looking here?
We're looking great here.
All right. Well,
and we can also pair it up. We have some. Maybe if Antonio could get a shot of the breads here. We had some, in spirit of Mardi Gras, they had some colored breads. It's basically some made out of a baked chop.
yeah, and that's just, as you were explaining to me, it's just literally food coloring rolled into the bread.
In
as
this
it's
particular
cooking.
one, yes.
Oh, that's
And they just did it.
fantastic.
Oh, it's beautiful.
All right, well, as we are getting this ready for everyone, we are going to check back in with everyone. And John Cash with the answer for our